Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to school. It's wonderful to be here at the beautiful Bunker Hill Elementary School right here in Ward 5. I am so pleased to say that we have a deal. And I am going to talk a little bit about that deal, but before I do that, I want to acknowledge your leader and the leader of the Washington Teachers Union right here in the District of Columbia, who has been very focused from day one at making sure we have a cooperative relationship, that we have a relationship that is focused on what's best for public education in the District of Columbia, that we acknowledge our teachers with respect, with fair compensation, and with fair arrangements at all of our schools. Liz's focus is our focus too. So it's been a pleasure to work with her and to be able to present what we're going to do today. So ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Washington Teachers Union, Elizabeth Davis. Give her a big round of applause.
Thank you.
I have members of my public education team here as well. The Deputy Mayor for Education, Jennifer Niles. Give Jenny a big round of applause. As well as our Chancellor of Schools, Antwan Wilson. Give Antwan a big round of applause. And I also want to acknowledge my senior team, the city administrator for the District of Columbia, Rashad Young, the chief of staff, my chief, there's Rashad, John Falchicchio, and my senior advisor, Beverly Perry. Give her a big round of applause as well, because it has been just a wonderful, you know how these things go. It is smart people talking about big and sometimes complicated issues, but at the end of the day, coming to the table. So before I get in to everything related to what the Washington Teachers Union is presenting to the teachers, I want to acknowledge and welcome to the podium for the real welcome to Bunker Hill, our principal, Kara Kuchumba.
Good morning, everyone. I'm thrilled not only to be welcoming my teachers back to the first day of the school year, but everybody who's joined us for this important announcement. So we're really excited, as I said, to start the school year and in just a short week, welcome all 200 of our Soaring Eagles back into our building. And we just know that this year is going to be the best school year yet. We're moving into year 3 as a team, and we have very strong faculty and staff, and we're ready to support our students and foster a really joyful learning environment. We also have committed families here at Bunker Hill who really have worked with us to create the environment of being a cornerstone and a staple of our community. We're in Turnaround Arts School, which means we work diligently to integrate the arts into all we do here at Bunker Hill. And so we have a partnership with the DC Youth Orchestra where our students are able to learn how to play an instrument and be a part of an orchestra. And our school team works diligently to provide our students with the most joyful learning environment they can. And I'm confident in saying that our students love and enjoy coming to school. And I'm even more confident in saying that all of the faculty and staff at Bunker Hill carry their students in their heart and approach this work with a sense of love and purpose for every child that enters this building. And we couldn't do this work without you. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Again, I'm honored to have everybody here. I'm very honored to have Chancellor Wilson and Mayor Bowser and Washington Teachers Union President Elizabeth A. Davis with us. And with that, please welcome Mayor Bowser again.
Thank you. Thank you, Principal. Thank you. And I also want to welcome to the podium to greet you someone who has been a significant partner to us in advancing public education, the policies that we need in the district, and today is no different. And I'm so glad that he could join us, Councilmember, I was about to say somebody else, David Grasso. Good to see you.
Well, good morning, everybody. I am Councilmember Grasso.
I'm also the chair of the Committee on Education, and I'm just thrilled to be here today to welcome teachers back, but also to say congratulations for getting this deal done. It's extremely important, as Chancellor Wilson has said, from the day that he's got here, that we go forward and get the teachers paid what they deserve to be paid, and I think this is a step towards that. I've been lucky to work with Liz Davis now for a number of years and see her commitment to making this happen, but none of this would have happened without Mayor Bowser and her commitment to making sure that our public employees are paid. So if we could give her a round of applause, I think that would be really great. So congratulations. I look forward to continuing to work with you and your team for years to come.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Councilmember. Okay, so let's get to it. What we have, and we know that we haven't been able to stand together to talk about a deal in more than 5 years. What Liz and I discussed early on is that the two of us should be the ones today, this mayor and this president, to present this contract to you. So this is what it includes. 4% increase in FY 2017 retroactive, 3% increase in FY 2018, a 2% salary increase in 2019. So over the course of the deal, 9% increase for teachers in the District of Columbia, which we're very excited about. It increases benefits and agreements on future collaborative engagement between DCPS and WTU. This increase will increase the uniform per pupil spending formula in the district to include these pay raises for our teachers. And this is a very, very big deal for teachers in the District of Columbia. It means teachers like Michelle Merriweather. Where is she? Give Michelle a big round of applause. Come here. Michelle is a pre-K 4 teacher right here at Bunker Hill. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I think she is you from here, from this area?
I'm from this area.
From this area. And this is why we work so hard for teachers just like Michelle. So thank you for that, Michelle. And so Michelle is just an example of all the hardworking teachers right here in Washington, D.C. And we know that teachers aren't in it for the money. And I recognize very clearly that they're in it because they love children. They want each of our children, no matter where they're from, their zip codes, their parents' background, to be able to have a fair shot in this city. What teachers also want is respect and a seat at the table, and to be acknowledged for their expertise on moving children and how to change school districts. And that's what we want to. And we have a leader in Chancellor Antwan Wilson. If you haven't gotten a chance to meet the Chancellor, I hope that you will say hi today. He told me that he was going to go to every public school before the school year ended, and he did. Ladies and gentlemen, Antwan Wilson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Extremely excited today for so many reasons. This amongst them, I had an opportunity to start my day over at Johnson Middle School. And so, you know, we have 13 schools who started school early. And so to be able to start there and then to be able to come here and celebrate a tentative agreement with our teachers is something that just really has me pumped up and excited. Just a few formalities. I do have to give thank yous. First and foremost, I just want to appreciate Mayor Bowser. I appreciate Mayor Bowser because, one, I mean, I'm here, so that's one. But the other piece is also just before I started, I had an opportunity to talk about teachers. And I was aware that there had not been a deal for some time, and I wanted to understand how important it was to her. And she made it very clear it was important to her to get it done. And I'm excited to be able to partner with President Davis to do this, because ultimately we know that if we're going to provide our students with the best education possible, that we have to be able to do this in collaboration with our teachers. We need to collaborate with our counselors and our instructional coaches, our athletic directors, all the folks who are a part of WTU, because ultimately we know that our students come to us with great gifts, great talents, but in order for them to reach those true gifts and in order for them to be manifest the way we want them to be, they need to be nurtured. and they need to be taught, and they need to be loved. So I appreciate Mayor Bowser for that. Also, as the mayor mentioned, we have a city administrator who worked extremely hard to try to figure this out. And a lot of the conversation that City Administrator Young spent with me is just trying to understand DCPS and what we needed and how we could make this happen. So appreciate City Administrator Young as well. Thank you. And then also Senior Advisor Perry, because it was helpful that, Liz does not know me. President Davis does not know me. And so I think behind the scenes, being able to talk directly with Senior Advisor Perry to understand how important this is for us as a city, I think helped extend some goodwill from President Davis to know that this is serious, that if we're going to move forward, we have to move forward together. So I want to appreciate them. And then, absolutely, please. And then finally, just the team that is here. I always want to appreciate and acknowledge the leaders who preceded me here in this space. I think it's important because ultimately what we're trying to do is build upon success that exists here in DCPS. And so I appreciate Chancellor Henderson and Interim Chancellor Davis for the work that they did. And really my work was about coming in and, as the mayor mentioned, visiting all the schools, but also getting into the classrooms and interacting with teachers and really thinking about what the next 5 years of the district was going to be like. And for me, what we want to do is we want to have a vision that really includes everyone, that people can get behind. And for me, the vision is quite straightforward. We want to create schools where our students feel loved, where they feel challenged, where they're prepared to positively influence society and thrive in life. In order to bring together that type of vision, we need everyone. We need the city council. And so being able to partner and work with Councilmember Grosso around issues that are important in education, that's important for us to move forward. We're going to need our teachers. We're going to need our families. And as teachers every day, you spend a lot of time with parents. You spend a lot of time talking to them, understanding what their needs are, the hopes for their children, because you share those hopes. And so what this deal is about is saying that we also believe in you. We want to partner with you. And then the last few things I want to say is this. D.C. is an amazing place to come, and I know that many of you know that better than me. You've lived here all your lives, many of you for several generations. But it's also a place that attracts talented people. And we want to continue to be a place that attracts talent. We want to be a place where if you are the best at what you do in terms of helping young people succeed and get an education, we want you to come do it here because our students deserve the best. But we don't just want to attract talent. We want to make sure that we're in the business of developing and nurturing talent. We want to make sure that we're creating a place where talented people want to be and want to stay and feel that they're going to be put in a position to succeed, to grow. We know that you're here this week as teachers working on preparing for all your students to come back next week. And we want to be about that work with you. And in order to do that work, we recognize then that we want to be able to be a place where we retain talent. So everything that we can do to retain talented educators, we want to be about. We want to appreciate Principal Kachimba for the work you're doing here at Bunker Hill. It's my second time here visiting. I got to get into some amazing arts classrooms last time, seeing assembly, and I saw the love and the care that the teachers had for students. We want that to grow. We want you to challenge them. I want students to feel like that they got pushed harder than they've ever been pushed before this year. And I know that you can do it, and you'll be able to push them that way because I want them to feel like that they've been around people who cared for them more than anyone's ever cared for them this year. And finally, we want to be in partnership with you as teachers and educators to make sure that this is a place here at Bunker Hill where parents recognize that they have a gym right here in their backyard, and we want them to continue to send their children here to learn and grow. Thank you.
So I am now pleased to introduce our partner at the Washington Teachers Union, Elizabeth Davis.
Good morning and welcome back.
Good morning.
This is the beginning of a new school year, but it's also the beginning of a new era. And before I go any further, I just simply want to thank Mayor Bowser for the effort that she has put into securing the funds we needed to pin down this contract, and Chancellor Wilson for being a man of his word when he said, Liz, the priority for me is to finish this teacher's contract so that when they return to school, they will have a new contract. Thank him and Mayor Bowser. And of course, I'd be remiss not to mention the behind-the-scene players, City Administrator Rashad Young, Beverly Perry. These are just a few people that I annoyed every day with text messages and phone calls late into the evening, because you know that this contract has been under construction for 5 years. This is the beginning of a new era, and it's simply not an era where teachers have been paid to show how much we value you, but it is also the beginning of an era of true collaboration with teachers and other stakeholders. You will have a voice at the table in decisions that are made around your school, your profession, the quality of professional development you get each day, the support you need in order to do your jobs and do it well. And it's also the beginning of an era where we're not going to focus all of our attention simply on a test score. We want to begin to look at the school climate as school success indicators, social and emotional learning of students, and the needs of students who need additional support and wraparound services. I'm feeling very hopeful that this year you will begin to see the changes that Chancellor Wilson and I have talked about in terms of the type of support that you need in order to reach the bar that is constantly being raised for you. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about this contract. And I want to again thank Chancellor Wilson and Mayor Bowser for making it possible, because at the beginning of this process in 2014, my answer to the offer made then was no. And of course, it is simply one way of saying to you, you are valued, you're respected, other than just in words. So thank you, enjoy the school year, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the year.
Thank you. I'm also pleased to introduce our Deputy Mayor for Education, who's working on all of these issues across the District of Columbia and across all sectors, Jenny Niles.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
What an exciting day for education in Washington, D.C. Principal Kachemba, thank you so much for having us here. It's great to have the team around us, and Councilmember Grasso. Mayor Bowser, Chancellor Wilson, President Davis, this is having all of our current and former teachers join us today in this really exciting, monumental announcement. After 10 years of education reform, we have a lot to celebrate here in Washington, D.C. We've invested more in education than ever before. Enrollment is up. Graduation rates and test scores are up. We are the home to the fastest growing urban school district in the country. And we have a lot more work to do to ensure that every child in our city can reach their full potential. We still have the opportunity and the achievement gaps that we need to fill. But that's why we opened Ron Brown, our all-boys high school east of the river, to empower young men and women of color. Our families are saving almost $1,000 per year by ensuring that kids ride metro and bus for free. We have 4,000 students having an additional month of school every year, which starts today. And none of this progress would have been possible without teachers. I'm proud that after 5 years, we could come together to create an agreement that continues to make our teachers amongst the best paid in the country and most valued by DC residents. Trust me, as a former teacher myself and having run a school, I know the importance of making sure that teachers feel valued, not just by your school, but by your whole city. That work that every teacher in Washington, D.C. does impacts every aspect of our city: public safety, health, economic development, and everything else. And I want all teachers, both in DCPS and our public charter schools, to know that you are supported. When we proposed the FY18 budget, we were confident we could reach an agreement with the WTU that would result in even more funds to all schools. As Mayor Bowser mentioned, this tentative agreement isn't just meaningful for our DCPS community, but for our public charter school community as well. This agreement will result in a 5.9% increase in school funding in FY18 through the Uniform Per Student Funding Formula. 5.9% increase. That is something to get excited about. From 2017 to 2021, DCPS will see more than $110 million, and public charter schools will see more than $92 million in increased funding. And the support of our teachers doesn't stop there. I'm proud to also welcome Relay Graduate School of Education to the district. This summer, DC joined 14 other cities, including New York, Chicago, Denver, in offering programs that bring together diverse cohorts of teachers from all walks of life: public charter school, new, veteran, to give them the support and resources they need to excel in the classroom. Relay will partner with DCPS, KIPP DC, and Appletree this year and hope to reach more teachers in the future. I had the good fortune to go to an initial class, which was the superstar paraprofessionals who are now on track to be working as teachers. It was exciting to see veterans of DCPS come together and realize their dream of becoming lead teachers. DCPS has an amazing team that's committed to recruiting, supporting, and retaining high-quality teachers in our school. And in addition, OSSI is investing $1.5 million to build teaching profession through charter schools through a teacher pipeline grant. So we'll continue to uplift and support the work all you do as teachers in the classroom every day. I'd like to thank everybody who worked on this agreement and return it back to our fearless mayor, Mayor Bowser.
Thank you. Thank you. So we'll have the opportunity to take a few questions. We'll start with the press. I'm going to invite the city administrator to join me at the podium. Tom?
Mayor, it may be for the negotiators, but there was expectation that this contract would be reached before February 1st with Mr. Wilson's arrival. It's more than 6 months later. What was the holdup? And maybe address that to Ms. Davis.
Well, let me put it this way, Tom. The truth is, it's been 5 years in the making, and it is true that it always helps with negotiations to have some deadlines in mind. And it was my hope that we would have been able to do this before the chancellor arrived, so that would be something that he didn't need to focus on. But the truth is, we had in those days and a couple of weeks ahead of that some really good negotiations that laid the groundwork for where we are today. So I wouldn't say that there was a holdup, but there were still some things that needed to be ironed out.
I just follow up. Are there work rule changes of any significance about assignment of teachers or promotions or dismissals, work rule changes?
I think you heard the Chancellor and President Davis talking about more collaboration on some major decisions at schools, and I'm going to turn to the Chancellor.
Change.
Yeah, so we formed an MOU with the WTU related to collaboration. One such item you'll see is a program called DC Stars, and it's just an opportunity for us to collaborate on, well, really it starts at the school level. So at the local school level, teachers and principals working together to think about how their school could be improved. We know that we have schools that are amazing, but we also know that we have achievement gaps. And so we said we would partner to close those achievement gaps. And in order to elevate ideas, we want to make sure that our principals are working directly with our school leaders, and then they'll make recommendations up to me. That could lead to changes in the time and the work rules at a particular school. It could lead to us having more extended year time. It could lead to teachers and school leaders working differently during the school day. It's not a prescribed thing. It's not where we said we're going to come in and do something a particular way. It's an opportunity for us to learn from effective practices that are making a difference across the city, across the region, and then for schools to step forward and say, we're interested in doing that here in our school.
Yes.
Can you explain where that money is coming, whether you're depending on funds that have already collected, or whether you're funding?
Sure. So the question was, where do the funds come from? And they come directly from the taxpayers of the District of Columbia. Your question sounds like a budgeting question. So how are we going to handle it in this upcoming and future budgets? And I'm going to turn to the city administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. So in effect, the Chief Financial Officer regularly reviews the financial position of the district. The Chief Financial Officer in June certified additional revenues that would come to the district from all sources of funds, and we have dedicated those revenues to be able to pay for this contract. There's one additional source of funds for this contract. The council, in their budget process, after we delivered the mayor's budget and had an increase in the per student funding formula, council increased it again to 3%. And so part of what we're doing to pay for this agreement is to use 1% of that source to also fund this contract. So the additional revenues are the vast bulk of resources that we're using to pay for what we have tentatively agreed to.
Anything else? Tom?
I think this is for the Chancellor, but you're welcome to answer it.
Thank you.
There have been issues about staff cuts at Wilson High School for budget reasons, apparently, and also over at Ballou High School. There are many teachers who have left, and you're having trouble. You talk about retention of teachers. Beyond more pay, what are you doing to get the teachers back or to keep them?
Yeah, well, I think that first, it's important to call out that as a district, we are currently retaining 92% of our highly effective teachers and 90% overall of our effective and highly effective teachers. So we already retain a large number of our best teachers currently. What is also true is that we have some places where we need to do better. And I think a big part of doing better is to make sure that we have a deal that signifies that we are in collaboration with WTU to make sure that we have environments that teachers would want to be and want to work at. The other piece that we think is important is we're pouring in additional supports into our school leaders. Now, that began before I came, and we're going to continue to do that. And so supporting school leaders at Ballou and Wilson, I've spoken with them directly myself, heard from them, and what they assure me is they have what they need to be successful. And I'm confident that they also have what they need to be successful. And then last thing I would say is that we have increased investments in our schools. And so that will benefit every one of the schools, including the schools that you mentioned.
Yes, Sam.
Do you have enough teachers? I'm just curious to start the school year. Is there a shortage? What's the situation?
Let's talk about the state of the first day.
Yeah, thank you. So we are fully staffed for all of our extended year schools that started today, so 100% staffed. We are 99% staffed for the schools that start next week. We're fully confident that we'll start next week with all of our teachers. Keeping in mind that some of our teachers, some of our schools have openings that came open late. So as late as yesterday. And so we are, while we have candidates identified, getting them processed and through the system and all of that sometimes takes a few days. But we fully expect, like our extended year schools, to start with 100%. We expect all of our schools to be fully staffed and ready to go.
And a question basic, but how many schools does DC have? 13?
Well, we have 115 schools within DCPS, and I'll turn it over to Deputy Mayor to talk about the charter schools.
Yeah. And we have an additional 115 or so of public charter schools that will be starting. Some started last week and some starting next week. So we'll get everybody started in August, I think.
Okay, so there's still work to do. This is where we announce, and the teachers, I think that President Davis has sent all of the details of the tentative contract to all WTU members. The WTU will vote. When you ratify the contract, that's when I get back to work again, because I then send that contract to the City Council, to Councilmember Grasso, and we're going to ask the Council to approve your ratified contract in addition to any additional dollars that we need. Are you with us on that one? I'm gonna need you. Oh, I didn't hear you, teachers. Perhaps, maybe. All right, because I just outlined we still got to get some work done, and I want to thank you for your faith and working with us hand in hand. But most importantly, being that loving adult that is teaching our children, because we have some wonderful children in Washington D.C. and they deserve the best teachers. Thank you,
I simply wanted to add that you were sent the contract this morning at 8 a.m. You will have 2 weeks to review it and vote on it by secret ballot. And of course, we have set up around the city in each ward 8 contract information sessions, which will begin on Wednesday, for you to come ask any questions you may have about the entire product, and we'll be there to answer any questions. So I want to thank you, and I certainly hope that you will have a chance to begin reviewing, and I know that some teachers have, because my text phone is being blown up. But I want to say again, I think this is a good contract, and I'm looking forward to getting this year started with you having a pay raise. I've already received text messages from 2 teachers who calculated their pay raises already and told me how much extra they'd be earning, so that was exciting news. Enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your school year.
Thank you.